Hello Casio fans from all over the world. We've got here another G Shock. It is the bigger brother of the GA-100, as we have here the GA-140. Stay tuned to find out more. Before starting this video and presenting the watch features, first we would need to replace the battery. It seems that it has stopped exactly at 8 o'clock. Well, I'm not sure if this is a coincidence or this is its way of working, but first let's start and replace the battery. This watch uses a CR1220 battery, therefore €2 this battery was. Let's start and replace it. The screws are pretty long. I did not open the other GA, but yeah, the screws are long. Let's see what it has inside. We have to pay attention at this gasket, not to lose it, and also to place it in the correct position. As I see, it does not have an entire space for it, so basically it's it has this is the space for the gasket. Now we need to take down this plastic cover, and here would be the battery. I will just orient the watch in the opposite direction. Here is the AC, so after replacing the battery we would have to reset it. Here is the writing of the AC, and this is the arrow that is pointing out to the PCB. Therefore we need to make short circuit between this cover of the module and the this is the minus and this is the plus, so on PCB it's plus. I will bring a needle just to release this clip from here, and the back will pop out. So we need to insert here the needle and release. Yeah, you can see how it is designed. It's this 90-degree banded claw that is secured by that clip. So we have the battery. It is a Panasonic, still a Panasonic from Casio. Now just let's take the new battery. I have here a Varta. We put it in its dedicated area and then we press. It gives me directly the menu in which I should set it up. Let's AC reset it. Okay, AC. Okay, I did not see anything in particular. Let's now and put it in its place. Pay attention to the pushers. Okay, now it's correctly inserted. Make sure you do not lose this spring. Let's put the gasket. The battery has been replaced. It seems that it took me around 12 minutes just to place the gasket, and later on we will see how to adjust the watch and present a little the module and the features of this watch. We have here a standard G Shock watch which is cased in another protective shell, and on that protective shell we have the G Shock logo on top at 12 o'clock position. At 6 o'clock position we have the protection identification, and on each side we have the pusher name, reverse, forward, mode and adjust. The pusher responsible for the light would be reverse. The protective shell is fixed to the case with 3 screws on each side. We see the pattern as they age, they tend to get an oval shape. You can see that it is not a perfect circle, it is somehow oval. It still offers protection. If we take a look on the display and at the color configuration, we see that the trend of not being that highly readable, it is here also. Therefore, we have the markers for each 5 minutes, or in the end for each minute on the side. It is bluish white color. Beside the analog display, which has the two arrows, one for the hours and one for the minutes. On top we have a circle related to the time, and we can switch to the date. And on the bottom we have a display related to the weekday and for the seconds. Still on the bottom on each side we have the marker where it shows if you have enabled the snooze function or the alarm function, the signal function, and LT. At this point I think it is related to automatic backlight. On the left side, so basically at 3 o'clock position, we have a small analog display which is for the stopwatch and timer functions, and on the opposite direction at 9 o'clock we have the G Shock, the Casio, and the water resistance. So this watch can withstand 200-meter water. Let's not forget to measure the case. I will start with the height. So this watch has a height of 16 millimeters. So this watch is 16 millimeters height, and the lug to lug is 41 millimeters, and the diameter of this watch, it is 51 millimeters. So it is a huge watch, but is a G-Shock, and this is only to assure its protective features and its shock absorbing capabilities. Discuss here a little about the module. I have managed to take a look on the operation guide provided by Casio. I will also leave it as a clip at the end of this video, and let me briefly present the features of this watch. So this is the timekeeping mode. We have these 4 pushers. If we press reverse, this is the pusher responsible for the light. We have the possibility to adjust it whatever for 1.5 seconds and 3 seconds, which one we like. Then is the forward pusher, which is responsible for the top display, where it is shown the hours and minutes and date. You can leave which one you like. Then it's the mode pusher and the adjust pusher. To adjust the digital time, it is as we have it for Casio, long press adjust pusher, and the first item that you need to set up, it is the time zone, sorry. Then with mode we go to the next, which is daylight saving time. Then it is 24 or 12-hour format. Then you set up the seconds, hours, minutes, year, month, day, the duration of the time. So it stands for 1.5 seconds. In order to save, press adjust again, and the time will set up by itself. For sure, now you can see that there is difference between the arrows and the digital time, which means that the arrows are not calibrated. In order to do that, we have to long press forward for around 3 seconds. Then first we need to calibrate the small arrow. That small arrow, we can move it by pressing forward until we reach the 50 value or 12 o'clock position. Then with mode we have to place at 12 o'clock position the minutes arrow and also the hour arrow. So very long pressing forward will move the arrows. Then we press adjust, and now the arrows are calibrated, therefore they should fit the digital time. if I have done correctly the procedure. So it is 9:39, it is 9:39 or 9:40. Good. This is how you set up the time and also calibrate the arrows. The arrows will also be set it after you set up the digital time. Therefore, you do not need to calibrate the arrows each time. Just one, it is enough. For sure, when your battery is drained and you replace it, then you would have to calibrate them again. Pressing mode will get you into the stopwatch menu. This stopwatch menu, beside the lap and split function, it has a speed feature. In regards measuring the speed with the help of this Casio, you have to know the following. So basically you can see here this small displays from here to here, and these are divided in 10 markers, and one marker is related to 100 divisions. So basically it's 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 until 1000. And the small arrow from the analog display is above those 100 divisions. Therefore, to measure the speed, first you need to input the distance that you are tracking, and this is done by long pressing adjust. It is set up to 1. We can take in consideration that we will have a track of 1 kilometer, and pay attention that this watch measures the speed per hours, so not per minutes, not per tenth of a minute, it's per hours, always per hours. In order to cover 1 kilometer, basically in 30 seconds we should have a speed of 120. Let's start the device and we will wait 30 seconds. In 30 seconds, traveling with a speed of 120, we should cover 1 kilometer. And the watch should show us 120. Okay, so we have 20 seconds has passed. We see that the first division is marked, so we have 100, and now it's not visible, but the small arrow is on 20. So this analog display is divisions to this 100, and we have 100 and this arrow is on 20. 120 kilometers per hour, give or take, for sure. Pressing mode 2 times and it is the timer function. Then the next mode, it is related to world time, 31 time zones, 48 cities. Next mode is by pressing 3 times mode pusher, and we have 4 alarms, an alarm with snooze function, and the activation of the signal feature. You can see that in the right display we have a small indication that the signal is enabled, and now it is disabled. And this would be all the features. So the main feature of this watch could be, or it is, beside shock resistance, it is the speed calculation. And yes, if you long press reverse pusher, so it's the pusher responsible for the backlight, you can see here on the bottom we have the case or the mark for the LT, which means that the light is automatically opened. Let me now close my light so that you can see it better. So this is the light. If we switch to the straps, we have this wide strap as we have it on the GA-100, and all their brothers have this type of strap. It uses a 2-pin buckle, therefore we have 2 holes. Being that wide, definitely you would need 2 holes, otherwise it would, I guess it would not stay that fixed. And yes, the strap presents these 2 shoulders, one on each side, They are not that strong, or they do not assure a perfect position on the wrist, but they are there and we take what we get. And also we have the ID and codes for this strap on each side. If we move to the back case, we have the standard features that Casio can offer from the G-Shock range, as we have an anti-magnetic and shock absorbing structure. The back is made of stainless steel, and it is mentioned also that it can withstand 20 bar as water resistance. We have the module number and the model name. In the middle for sure we have the G-Shock logo. It has a Japan movement and it is cased in Thailand. You can see that the engravement is quality made, therefore this is a strong evidence to know that this watch is not fake. Besides the codes also. If you see G-Shocks without these codes, the model and the model name, for sure they are fake, and even if they have codes, it's best to check on the internet. Having this G-Shock for 1 week, I can conclude that it is a beautiful watch. It is somehow dedicated for automobile or sport enthusiasts, and also for the persons who like to have a chunky watch on the wrist. For sure, for me it's not the case because I have a small wrist. Nevertheless, the design is very beautiful. As you can see, Casio can offer a wide range of color combinations. The analog display related to the speed calculation is very well integrated in the overall aspect of this watch. What I do not like, it's somehow something is wrong with this display, because I always tend to put it upside down. So basically it's 12 o'clock position at 6 o'clock position. I do not know why this is happening. I guess the display or the combination of the small areas of this screen are not well balanced. If you guys have this issue as well, please let me know. Maybe it's just me. G-Shock keeps its strategy of providing watches that are very hard to be read. Also this one, you have to pay a lot of attention to see what is the time. Also in the night with the backlight on, you cannot see anything on the digital displays, and you have to pay a lot of attention in order to see what's the time. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for watching this video. Do not forget to subscribe and like also this. You will help me a lot.